Hello, hello, hello. This is Kyle Shannon with the AI Learning Lab. Just getting started, getting myself situated. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the AI Learning Lab. I like to talk about all things AI. Well, not all things AI, generative AI, like the new stuff, ChatGPT kind of stuff. Which, by the way, if you're new here, I put those things up. Those are the top one. There's the official ChatGPT site, chat.openai.com. If you've not used it, go grab it, go use it, go do something with it. And then Bing.com and Poe.com are both alternatives, and there's a bunch of reasons why you might use those instead of chat.openai.com. But I am particular to the official ChatGPT website. I don't make any money from it. I'm just trying to point people to things that work. And if you have questions about anything AI related, just pop your question in the comments. I try my best to keep up with them. Feel free to share this live. As people are rolling in, I'll just keep reintroducing myself to annoy the people that were here early. My name is Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab, and I talk all things AI. My background, a lot of people ask my background. I do not have a background in machine learning or computer science. I have a degree in acting. But in the mid-90s, I started one of the first digital web agencies. And, hey, Ashley. And so I was there at the beginning of the World Wide Web. And the reason I started this here TikTok channel, other than being a 58-year-old influencer, is I think that what's going on with this generative AI stuff has massive parallels to what happened in the mid-90s with the World Wide Web, except I think it's more profound, and I think it is moving significantly faster. What do I do for a living? Do I work from home? I'm a CEO of a company called Storyvine, which is an 11-year-old automated video production platform that does not use AI, ironically enough. But I'm rolling a bunch of AI into it, like we're using OpenAI's Whisper to do transcriptions right now, and then we're creating all sorts of cool ancillary products based on top of AI. Let's see. Generative AI experts are now flooding LinkedIn. Ugh, yeah, I know. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. This is, you've been here before, so you know my position on this. If anyone says they're an AI expert, laugh them out of the room. No one's an AI expert right now. You might be an expert on building AI models, but no one's an expert on this generative AI stuff. Everything's moving too fast, so everyone's making this shit up as they go. All of them, so no experts. Preach on, brethren. Hallelujah. We'll speak the world of AI. Let's see. I wonder what's going on. There was an interesting article from Ethan Mollick, who is a professor of startups and innovation and now AI at the Wharton School of Business. And he just wrote this article. We did a thread on it and hang on, let me see if I can go find it. Hold please while I find my own website. Okay, so Everyday AI. So this is the Twitter feed of the newsletter that we do. It comes out every week. And but I've been doing these threads, and so the thread that I did this week was on this article by Ethan Mollick. So if you go to at Everyday AI News, that's the Twitter handle of this news feed, and this article that we did this thread on is basically called The Button, which what he's basically saying here is that generative AI, because it's being incorporated into Microsoft Word with Microsoft's Copilot GPT-4. And it's going to be rolled into Google Docs with Bard, and it's already rolled into things like Notion, and it's rolled into Slack. It's just going to be everywhere. That, when people have things to do, are they going to push the button? And the button is, write it for me. And he basically says, people are going to be conflicted with, you know, he says, historically, writing means I took a lot of time for something. So if I'm writing a recommendation letter for a young employee to be, what's the real goal? Is it to get that young person a job, or is it to take the time to write the letter? And so, you know, if you push the button, it kind of, it starts to toss into question how we work, what is valued. Just because it takes more time, does that mean it's more valuable? Things like that. So anyway, yeah, that's that. So if you're interested in all things AI, definitely go subscribe. Just go to the Twitter. Everyday AI News is the Twitter handle, and there's a link to subscribe there. It's all free. But yeah, all right. So welcome everybody. This is the AI Learning Lab. If you haven't heard my little spiel, those URLs right there, the top one is the official ChatGPT website, and then you got Bing, which is GPT-4 for free, and then you got Poe.com, where you can try lots of different models. So, okay, let's see what questions we have. If you have questions about AI, pop them in the, what do they call those? The comments. And then if you think this would be of value to someone else, feel free to share this live with other folks. I'm a smartass. I will swear. If that hurts your feelings, then I would encourage you to leave now. I have a bunch of my own writings. Is there an AI tool to generate a model from it? Well, so you can do it in a small way each session in ChatGPT. So let's say you've got a short story that you've written, and you want to write a short story, or you've got a particular style of blogs. You can just take a single blog that you're particularly happy with, that you're like, I like the style of this. And in ChatGPT, you can say, based on this blog, paste your blog there. You know, please write another blog that covers the following, you know, bullet points, and then put 5 bullet points there, and it will write something in your style. So you can do that on a case-by-case basis. I don't know how geeky you are. If you're more a writer than a coder, right now you're going to have to wait. But if you want to get geeky, there's a thing called LangChain. And what LangChain allows you to do is basically point it at a directory of files. So like you could point it at a directory of all your writings, and then they get embedded, what's called embeddings, where they get turned into tokens, long strings of numbers, and then you store those long strings of numbers in what's called a token database. And then you can, you know, basically ChatGPT on your own work. But that requires you to do that. I've seen in the past couple of days on Twitter, some people have put out web front ends to little LangChain things that they've built. So I would say give it 3 months and it'll be much easier. Because here's what's going to happen. When Microsoft rolls out Copilot into the Office 365 suite, and when Google rolls Bard into their Office suite, you'll be able to just, you know, point these things at your Google Drive and you know, search on things. So it's not going to be that long until you can do that, but you can do it on a case-by-case basis. Sorry, I'm sure you've been asked this, but what do you think about the Vision Quest Pro reveal? Well, first off, I'm an Apple fanboy, so I've been waiting for pretty much since Steve Jobs died for them to release something remotely interesting. This was remotely interesting. I think it's very, very good. It doesn't surprise me it's so expensive. I think it's their primary target right now is developers. Couple of things that I think were very smart. They didn't say the word metaverse once. Even though you can go full immersive, they never talked about entering the metaverse. They never talked about virtual worlds. Basically what they sold was, do you want a 100-inch TV screen to watch, you know, your sports games or your cool movies and have them sound cool and do all that? And yeah, you can do all your work and all that stuff's cool. The things I thought were really interesting is that by looking at an icon, it will select it, and then you just, you know, pinch your fingers like this. It's got, I think it had 12 cameras in it. It's got 2 cameras pointing down, like 6 pointing forward. I think 2 for each eye. There's 4 pointing in, 6 pointing out, 2 pointing down. So lots of cameras. The cameras pointing at your eyes is a really interesting privacy thing, because, you know, they're going to get your, I identity that way. They're also going to do things like measure micro iris movements to understand what's going on with you emotionally, and have that help make the interface more intuitive. But there's obviously some security things there. The good thing about Apple is that they have taken privacy very, very seriously for a lot of years. Like a lot of the encoding and privacy is on local devices, right? So they've built that into their chipset. So that's really interesting. The other thing is that they've got an M2 chip and what they're calling an R2 chip that deals with all the sensors. But all of their AI generated stuff that they're doing is happening locally. They don't have to send any of your data out to the cloud to be AI processed. They can all process it right in the mask. So I thought that was interesting. I think one of the things that is an incredibly valid problem with those goggles is that they're completely isolating, right? So you have a dark screen there. Well, they basically put a screen on the outside of all that technology, and they show that when someone walks in front of you, they can see your eyes, right? If you're working on a thing, they can see your eyes. And when they walk into your field of view, you actually materialize in front of them. So that was good. So I thought it was for what I think is a flawed category for some time. Like until those fancy glasses are just, maybe slightly bigger than what I'm wearing here, I don't think you're going to get mass adoption. But for where the state of the art is right now, like the amount of technological and product and software innovations, it was pretty impressive. So I think it was good. I'm not going to go out and buy one right away, but I think it was pretty good. It was it's the first thing I've seen from Apple in a long, long time that felt like, oh yeah, that's a new category, right? Like Meta's didn't feel like a new category. Meta's just felt like we've got a fancier thing that everyone else had. The Apple thing is addressing a lot of the issues that I think are significant issues. And they're starting with augmented reality, not virtual reality. They avoided metaverse like the plague, which was, you figure they had to, if nothing else, just to piss off Zuckerberg. Okay, I fear that radical prioritization will become just get all that shit done now, Scout. Well, so when we're dealing with these tools that make us, 10x more productive, I think companies go one of two directions. And, in a capitalist society like we are here in America, and certainly companies that are owned by private equity firms, they're going to go the efficiency route. They're going to take that 10x and go, let's increase profits. Screw the workers. Fire a third of the staff. So there will be companies that do that. There will be other companies that say, ooh, we have a 10x increase in individual contributions. Let's assume that turns into a 30% increase in productivity overall. Why don't we deliver higher quality, products or services to our customers? Or why don't we reduce price? Or why don't we, deliver things faster? So there will be innovations. Then the other thing that's going to happen is there's going to be a lot of disruption, but there's going to be a lot of new kinds of jobs created. I trade futures and I'm looking for an AI trading system. I don't know anything about AI trading systems. I know you can play with GPT-4. You can go grab bots off of trading systems, and you could put two different kinds of bots into ChatGPT and have it combined into a hybrid. You can have it explain concepts to you. I'm sure there are some kick-ass AI trading systems out there. The bottom URL on my screen, why I have that there, futurepedia.io, that's basically just a list of all the AI tools that are out there. So I'm sure they've got a money and finance section there. So just go there and start looking. And what I'd encourage you to do is just play, experiment, just play, because stuff's changing so fast that if there's not something there today, you can either build it or it'll be there 3 to 6 months from now. Do I archive these posts on my site so others can go back and watch them? I don't think anyone would want to. Hey, honey, you got the replay of that fat guy You know, the one that kind of looks like Rosie O'Donnell? I got that yesterday. Someone popped on. First comment I got was, "You kind of look like Rosie O'Donnell." I'm like, "Yo, cha cha cha, cha 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 cha." But sorry, so here's the deal. If I were doing this right, I would have a whole social media strategy. I'd have a YouTube channel. I'd be pushing this shit to Instagram Reels. I really just started this channel to help try to process what I was learning and what I was figuring out in real time. And it's gotten decently popular, which is cool. And these lives seem to be popular. So probably sometime over the summer, I'll take a look at it and maybe start to take this a bit more seriously. It probably wouldn't be that big a deal to somehow record this. I'm just not right now because, old guy with technology. Gen X, baby. Screw them. All right. We're talking about Apple AR. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. Wonder if you can snowboard with those Apple goggles. Well, if they're plugged in, you can run them for 24 hours. But the little battery pack that you can put in your pocket and walk around with them, it only lasts for 2 hours. So you could probably get in a run or two on the slopes. But yeah, I mean, it looked like it. So according to Apple, I obviously haven't demoed anything yet, but according to what they did today, the resolution is incredibly high. The sort of pass-through technology to be able to see the real world is really high. But could you imagine, skiing down a black diamond with all sorts of cool augmented reality shit, and then your battery dies halfway through the run? So I probably wouldn't till V3 or 6. V1, I wouldn't go skiing with them. I probably wouldn't go tubing on a lazy river with them. Eye tracking is amazing. It uses PSVR 2. Cool. It really surprised me how good it is. Yeah, it looked, when they showed that thing where when you look at the icon goes bling, bling. So, and I mean, imagine, that's one of the things that Apple has always been brilliant at when they bring these new devices, whether it was the watch and they kept the crown, or the iPhone that didn't have a stylus. Steve Jobs said, there's a tool that we know how to use, and it's our finger, right? That was revolutionary. That idea that you don't need controllers, and you can just it sort of knows what you're looking at on screen, and you can control it. Like, I would imagine that you'll get really good at that, and it sounded like the software will sort of fine tune to your behavior. So I would imagine it's going to be an incredibly seamless experience, is my guess. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. They talked about how the chip can locally run transformer models. Oh yeah, that was another thing that was really interesting about the talk. They used transformer models and they used machine language, but they never once said generative AI. They never once said AI. So they avoided what I think we could argue is overhyped right now, which is AI. And they avoided, the thing that sort of blew up in Zuckerberg's face, which is metaverse. So they avoided both of those terms. But they subtly, in almost every section of what they did, they subtly said, oh yeah, we've got chips that do all that machine learning shit. Yeah, we've got plenty of GPUs to go around. Don't you worry your pretty little head. So Robert Scoble, who's a guy that's pretty decently connected to the Twitter or to the Apple folks, he thinks that it'll probably be about a year before we start to hear about the autonomous agents from Apple. I was hoping we'd hear something today, but we didn't. But they very subtly put in there, yeah, we're going to kick everyone's ass. We'll be there. But it was very, very impressive. What do I think about private, individually owned AGI to counter this level of uncertainty? Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't think we're at AGI yet. Unfortunately, the definition of AGI, for those of you that don't know, is artificial general intelligence. It just basically means when the computers get smarter than we are. Like right now, the GPT-4 is significant, has significantly more knowledge than any single human on Earth, but it doesn't have the reasoning, it doesn't have the critical thinking, it doesn't have the self-awareness, it doesn't have empathy. It can act very empathetically, but it doesn't have that. So I think the artificial general intelligence is a poorly defined milestone, for one thing. But I think what you're getting at is, as these tools get more powerful and you have bad actors out there, can we counterbalance the bad actors with good actors with their own private AGI? I don't know. I mean, the genie's a bit out of the bottle now, where there's a bunch of open source large language models out there that do not have any safety guardrails on them. So everyone's talking about OpenAI and the government should regulate and blah, blah, blah. That all made sense when it was just kind of OpenAI and Google as the two main players. But because ChatGPT took off so fast, and then because Meta kind of panicked and threw their models out to the developer community, and the developer community was like, cool, we'll take those, and just, open them up to the world. We're a bit past the point that any single entity can control any other entity. So I don't know my point of view on it yet, because I don't know I don't know how far we are from AGI. My guess is 4 or 5 years. If we can achieve wireless energy transfer, we can stop using batteries, correct? And, there's some people, there's that. Have you guys seen, there's a dude on TikTok. He's got big bushy hair, and he's got a funny voice, like a funny high-pitched voice, but he's an absolute genius, and he's basically replicating all of Tesla's energy transmission things, and he's got, these capacitors that are made out of bottles with salt water in them and all sorts of crazy shit. He's just a mad genius, and he's transmitting energy right now, so at some point, someone, who can't be just sort of laughed off as crazy will do something. But right now, it's still the wacky inventors, unfortunately. But I think the technology is there to be exploited, and I think AI will help us exploit that. How do we get ChatGPT app for free? Okay, this is important. So I'm going to give you a couple of things. There are a ton of faker ChatGPT apps on the App Store. So if you're on Android or if you're on the web, just go to the top URL here, chat.openai.com. So that is the official ChatGPT website. That's GPT 3.5 you can get for free. And then if you pay $20, you can get GPT-4 and you can get plugins and you can get it connected to the internet. If you don't want to pay for it, you don't have to. I pay for it because I want early access to their technology, because right now they're by far the best. The next one down, Bing, that's Microsoft's search engine that incorporated GPT-4 as their chat LLM. So if you want to use GPT-4 for free, connected to the internet, that's Bing.com. So just go there, and here, I'll show you. We'll go there together. I have this bright light in my eye. I can't see anything. Hold, please. Bing. Bing.com. So when you go to Bing.com, this box says "Ask me anything," and that will search, but it will sometimes also do chat. But if you want to go to just a full-on chat interface, where's my mouse? In the upper left-hand corner is this chat button. So you click the chat button. And this is Bing's ChatGPT interface, and it's got a little temperature thing here, so more creative, more balanced, more precise. So if you're doing creative writing, you can pop it to the left. If you're doing something where you want to do research or whatever, I tend to just keep it more balanced. I haven't messed too much with Bing because I think GPT-4 from OpenAI is better, but this is free, so that's that. And then the other one that I showed here, Poe.com, that one's cool for a different reason. So let's pop over to Poe.com. Poe. Okay. So when you go to Poe.com, it's very much like, ChatGPT. It's a little search window at the bottom, or a little, whatever, text window. But you see all these different, there's Sage, GPT-4, Claude Plus, Claude Instant, 100K, Claude Instant, ChatGPT, Midjourney. Oh, no, Midjourney is just a bot. I'll show you what that is in a second. That's interesting. But all these ones at the top are different models. Now, you see there's 3 here that say subscribed. So you have to, if you pay for Poe, you get access to GPT-4, Claude Plus, which is Anthropic's version of GPT-4, but you also get access to Claude Instant 100K. Now, what's that? Okay. ChatGPT, you can only put in a maximum of essentially 3,000 words. The combination of your prompt plus the answer is about 3,000 words is what it can handle. Anything above that, it goes, it's too much for me. I don't like it. It makes me queasy. It doesn't do well. So Claude Instant 100K is a chat GPT engine created by the guys the guys and gals, the people that contributed to GPT-3. They left OpenAI to start Anthropic, and that you can put 75,000 words into your prompt. What's that mean? You could copy and paste an entire novel into your prompt and then say, write me a poem about this book. Boom, and it will do it. So that's why I think Poe is relevant right now. So hopefully that helps and answers your questions. By the way, if you're new here, hello, my name's Kyle Shannon. These websites are, I just went over them all, but those are where you can go play with ChatGPT in various forms. Prompts.chat will teach you a little bit about prompting and give you lots and lots of ideas about how you can kind of fine-tune these chatbots to do really interesting stuff. And my background is I'm the founder and CEO of a company called Storyvine. I've been digging deep into generative AI for about a year and really been obsessive to the point that I'm insufferable around friends and family for about 6 months. And I started this TikTok channel, and I have a newsletter called Everyday AI, and I've got an AI salon that we actually meet tomorrow night. So if you're interested in joining a community of people curious about this stuff, I'm doing that too. So that's who I am. Okay, I'm new to AI. Oops, wait, dang it. Every time I touch my comments and it puts another comment in, it resets me to the bottom. So if you've seen me before, a big part of the entertainment here is watching me try to find my place in the questions. And I sing stupid songs and I make stupid voices. And I have an itchy nose. All right, I went back too far. Hold, please. Okay, there's the snowboarding comment. Eye tracking's amazing. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, Rokid is $400 and projects 215-inch TV with normal size glasses. Got them 2 weeks ago. Yeah, some of the other, so that's in reference to the Apple's Vision Pro, which is a $3,500 set of AR goggles. Yeah, there's lots of tech out there right now that can do basically projected screens. I think the significance of the Apple tech is a lot of the more subtle stuff. They didn't have a lot of software to demo, so what they demoed was kind of like, you can have a big monitor, you can watch a big movie, you can watch a sports thing, you can watch a movie in a cinema or on a mountaintop, right? So it was all fairly limited, but the technology that they were demoing, the potential for it's insane. And so Apple will always be premium. So the capability of those things is way beyond what your Rokid glasses are. But the Rokid ones probably look great because the tech's there to make them look great. All right, AI is basically going to be our new slaves. Yeah, well, yeah, they're going to be... I think the Microsoft branding is right. They're going to be our co-pilots. John Goodman, maybe. Funnier, though. Great content, sir. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I think John Goodman's funny. Yeah, I got John Goodman. What did I get? What have I gotten so far? I've gotten... I was scrolling TikTok, and I thought it was Alec Baldwin, but he got really fat. That was a good one. And then there was Rosie O'Donnell, and then there was John Goodman, but skinnier, which is good. But he's lost a lot of weight. But I appreciate the kind words about me being funny. Looks ain't everything. All right. Or maybe Rosie looks like me. Yeah, mate, you know what? That could be. I've been on the internet long enough. Maybe she found me and she's like, this is a look I want to go for. Middle to slightly older, middle-aged, white guy. All right. I appreciate your effort. I appreciate your effort to help others. I appreciate you acknowledging that. Thank you. How do we get ChatGPT? Hello. Tap the screen if you can hear me. All right, can anyone still hear me? Hang on, I'm going to the bottom. Can anyone still hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Tap the screen if you can hear me. I think I've done froze up. I think I ain't got no internet. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. There come all the... Okay, wait. I think I'm back. Dang it. So I got lots of love. All right. This break in my... sorry, now there's 8,000 hearts going across the screen because it looks like I'm back. Okay. This little break in whatever the hell I was talking about was brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity, when you want super fast Wi-Fi that sometimes works. Tap the screen again if you can hear me because okay, I think I'm good. I think we're good now. All right, where was that? I'm new to AI. Is there an app that can transcribe YouTube? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Hopefully my internet doesn't crap out. GPT plugins. So if you go to ChatGPT, if you have GPT Plus, that means you're if you get that, you pay $20 and you get that little yellow sticker. If you get that little yellow sticker for GPT Plus, the first thing you want to do to access plugins is you're going to go to settings. You go to settings, and then the second option here is called beta features. And in beta features, you want to turn on browse with Bing and plugins, and then that will give you access to the plugins. And then at the top of the screen here, you have GPT 3.5, which is still good. I use it all the time. That's fast. And then there's GPT-4, and there's three modes of GPT-4. There's default, there's browse with Bing, and then there's plugins. And so if we go to plugins, you have this new little pop-up menu, and you've got the plugins that you have installed. So I've got a bunch of them installed here. And so one of them here that I've got installed is called Chat with Video. So that you can basically give it a YouTube URL and it will go, I assume it goes and pulls the transcript from YouTube, and then you can chat with the video. So you can do it there. I think I have another one here that's a Video Insights, Vox Script. So let me go to the plugin store. This is always fun because they're adding so many. Like it used to be 100, then it was 200, then yesterday it was 250. So now there are 68 pages of 4 each. So 4 times 68. So 4 times 240 plus 32, 272. So there's 272 plugins, but they now have a search here. So we can search for, let's do video. So there's video highlight, video insights, hey Jen, chat with video, and some other things. So we'll go back to these. So let's see. Interact with online video platforms like YouTube or Dailymotion. So we'll go back and we'll turn on video insights. Okay. So once you install the plugin, you go to this little drop-down menu, and like right now I've got this thing called Prompt Perfect installed. I'm going to turn that off, or I've got it activated. So you can activate up to 3 of these plugins at a time. So I'm going to go find that one that I said. It was Chat with Video, and there was something else. Hang on. Video Insights. I don't know which one of these is better. Well, yeah, I don't know. Okay. So we've got that turned on now. So let me hop over to YouTube and grab a video. So we'll go to YouTube. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll go to AI Salon, which is my bi-weekly community of folks that
fancy backgrounds. How are you doing, Leah? I know.
Sit around talking about AI. Okay, so I'm going to grab this URL. So we'll go back to ChatGPT, and now what I'm going to do is please summarize the top the key topics from this video, and then I'm going to just paste in the URL for that video, and let's see what it does. This could crash and burn because the thing about these plugins, they're very new and they're very duct tapey. So it identified the video titled How to Produce Awe-Inspiring Creative Works Using Generative AI is a talk by Evo Henning. That's correct. In this video, Evo shares her innovative methods for merging fine art, antiques. Unfortunately, the video is longer than 60 minutes, so as of now, I can't provide a thing. Okay, so that makes sense. This has got a very, very long transcript, so let's go find a shorter one. Let's go back to YouTube, and we'll say extroverts view from within. So this is I did a series of videos. If you want to be really bored of me, I did a daily video every day for a year when we first went into lockdown called the Extroverts View from Within. And I didn't cut my hair for a year. It was a disaster.
Best part of the day today.
There I am with really bad hair. So let's go see what I talked about in this video.
I took some time off. I did some racing. I'm getting a little better after a couple of months off, so that's good. It comes back quick, even if you lose it.
Sorry. You don't need to hear me twice. That was disturbing on many levels. Okay. Please summarize this video. And I misspelled summarize, but one of the things about ChatGPT is you can misspell stuff and it just doesn't care. Okay. So it's using Video Insights. And you can open these plugins up also and see what they did. So basically it just grabbed the video ID and sent that to some cloud service where they're probably on their servers pulling the transcript. So there's the summary it came up with. So basically, the video called Extroverts View from Within Day 287 features Kyle Shannon, the co-founder and CEO of Storyvine, sharing his experience of social isolation. In this video, Kyle talks about his day spent racing on his racing rig. You heard that. And a leftover dinner made by his wife. He mentions that he's feeling better after taking a couple of months off. But despite taking most of the week off, he still feels anxious. Kyle plans to do some video recording while racing and is looking forward to a good holiday weekend. He encourages viewers to take some time off and spend time with their loved ones. I guess this was around the holidays. The video was produced by Storyvine. So that's a way you can do it. There are lots of tools out there. The other thing that you can do is you can just go into YouTube and, when they have the closed captioning, you can just turn on, you can go get the transcript and you can copy that transcript and paste it into ChatGPT, is a thing you can do. So hope that helps. That was a long rabbit hole we ran down there, but it doesn't look like we lost a bunch of people. So I'm sorry. This has got to be, I don't know. Why are you people watching me? This just got to be awful. Did you hear what Robert Kennedy said about AI regulations? I have not. I would not be surprised if it was idiotic, but I do not know. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Liz. All right. I'm new to AI. Okay, we did that one. AI, Philip Seymour Hoffman. I've gotten Philip Seymour Hoffman before. I'll take that one. He's a talented actor. I miss him. He was a guy that really committed to his roles. I'll take it. Still new to AI. If I took a picture of a whiteboard with a bunch of work notes on it, can I upload it? Yeah, so that's going to get really easy. GPT-4 is multimodal. It can do pictures, but it can't do it yet because it's not really fully released. It's kind of in this sort of quasi-beta, quasi-functional kind of way. Like you'll notice if you go to ChatGPT and 4, at the bottom here, it says GPT-4 is currently has a cap of 25 messages every 3 hours. So they've kind of got it throttled back, and you can't do that. There are probably tools. What I would suggest is go to this bottom thing down there, futurepedia.io, the very bottom URL. There are probably things right now that can do that. And I think even, unless I'm mistaken, I think you can do that right within iOS. You can take a picture of a whiteboard and it'll OCR it. I think there's a lot of apps that do that right now. Can it take what's on a whiteboard and turn it into a presentation? Basically, if you can get it into text, you can turn it into a presentation. I'll show you a cool thing. Do I remember the name of it? I do. Check this out. There's a bunch of these now, and I think there's better ones than this, but I'm going to go to tome.com, Tome.com, and this thing will, wait, contracts decoded. Oh, it's not tome.com. Don't listen to me. I'm clueless. Tome.ai? No. Okay, hang on. Tome presentations. Tome.app. Okay, here's one of my pet peeves about all these AI companies is that they're all using a different end. Some use AI, some use app, some use whatever. Anyway, Tome.app, app. The new era of storytelling. I don't know about that, but this is kind of cool. So basically what this is you give them a topic and they'll write you a presentation complete with graphics. So I'm going to log in with my happy little Google single sign-on because I want Google to have all of my data. If the product's free, you're the product. Okay. Did I mention I was a smartass? Gen X, yeah, party. Okay. So you get here, and in the upper right-hand corner, you say create, and then it just gives you, wait, where do we go? Title? No. Oh, they changed this. Hang on. I'm confused. Is it at the bottom here? Sorry, I've got dark mode on and my screen's not very bright, so I can't. What would you like to do? Okay, sorry. At the very bottom here, let me dim this back again. At the very bottom here, let's see. I want to create a presentation about. Okay, what's this presentation about? Okay, this is going to be about. I'm starting a new business that creates aerosol candy. Perfect. So this has changed since I've used it last. Okay, so what it did right there was it gave my company a name, Sweetening the Air, and then it wrote an outline, and then I say continue. Oh, and I have to upgrade to Pro. Oh, no. Wait. Do I have to? No, I don't. Okay. So now it took that outline and now it's writing a presentation, right? So aerosol candy sweetening the air. The first slide is the whatever you call it, the agenda or the, what is it called? Outline. And then, introducing aerosol candy, and it made the image of aerosol candy. It's not great, but it put in a placeholder image, revolutionizing the candy industry. So it recognized that this was a new and innovative concept, and it made another piece of shitty candy. The science behind our candy, and look, it looks like me. How did it know? Our unique flavors with that. Target market and marketing strategy. So there are tools coming, and I saw one today that was sort of the web version of this. So there are tools coming that are going to do all of this stuff. So I don't know which ones are good. And like I said, like that one behaved different than the last time I went there. So these things are like evolving and changing pretty much in real time. So futurepedia.io, that site at the bottom, that's just a big long list of all of these kind of tools. So if you want to do something for video or for presentations, there's all sorts of stuff in there. The challenge with the industry right now, and calling it an industry is an overstatement. Everything's very raw right now. So it's very possible that you're going to go to Futurepedia. You're going to find tools that look really slick on the surface because everyone has AI to make their sites look really slick now. And then it's just like a guy in a garage that doesn't have his shit together. And, they'll charge you $20 a month. And then you realize, oh, this is a piece of crap. And then at some point, Adobe will release the real version of that. So there's going to be a lot of that going on. But anyway. All right. AI for help with troubleshooting and rebuilding a WordPress website. Just start with ChatGPT. With GPT-4 especially, it's really good at coding. You can grab code from your website, paste it in there, and ask it to debug it for you, or even tell you, what does this code do and how might you do it better? Or I want, the website to do this, that, or the other. And then you can ask it to teach you how to get better at WordPress. There are probably some things that are more specialized to that I don't know about. Again, I would go to futurepedia.io, but honestly, I think right now it would behoove everyone to go to the official ChatGPT website, chat.openai.com, and just start trying to solve problems, ask it questions, all that sort of stuff. It's cool that you're helping each other. Something maybe with Canva. Yep, that's probably a good call. Apple's a hardware company, not so much software. Completely disagree, but okay. They are a hardware company, but they make some of the best and most elegant software in the world. Although I will give you that since Steve Jobs died, it's pretty horrible. But they pay way more attention to user experience than any other company in my humble opinion. Not so humble opinion. All right. Can you show us how to make a logo for a company with AI? What's going on? Why is my machine being weird? Oh, because I opened a dialog box. So I'm going to go over to Discord, and I'm going to hop into. So this is the AI Salon Discord. So this is the group I started. That's a community of web or AI people, and I'm in the Midjourney channel. So we have a Midjourney Play channel. And so now I'm going to do something. So we want a logo. All right. I don't know what kind of logo you want or what kind of company it is. It would help if I knew that. But let's say, okay, so basically what you do for Midjourney is you go /imagine. And then it says imagine prompt. And so now what I'm going to put in here is let's say, imagine vector, let's see. Vector illustration of a logo for an organic mango company that fills mangoes with tuna salad. See, you should have given me your some kind of what the business is, because otherwise you get my perverted sense of humor. All right. So this is a business that fills organic mangoes with tuna salad. All right. And so now it's drawing, and now it's doing its thing. And so this is part of, if you haven't done any of this image generation with AI, this kind of what they do is it kind of just draws things. Everything starts as a pure noise image, and then it kind of denoises over, I think, 50 or 70 steps. And you can start to see, these things coming in, and they're looking kind of logo-like. And they actually, it looks like they've improved. The words still aren't right, but the the typography is actually looking pretty interesting. Now we're at 93%. So generally at 93% looks pretty good, and then at 100% it'll get lots of detail on it. So there it is. So that actually looks pretty good. So that was just kind of joking, right? But like mangoes with tuna, mango with not quite tuna. Oh, that one's really funny because it's a mango that has fins. So they combined a mango and a tuna. But I like that layout. That layout's really nice. And then this is sort of like a Pokemon tuna. But, this one is much more tuna-like. It's a very angry tuna with big teeth. But there's some nice ones in there. So I think that in terms of image generation tools, Midjourney is by far the best. Stable Diffusion's by far the most flexible and the most kind of developers are it's open source, so they're doing all sorts of fun stuff with it, but it requires you to be a bit geeky. And then DALL-E, which you can use for free on Microsoft Bing, is just shitty. It'll get better, but it's just not better now. It's bad now. It's bad. Bad. You're back. I'm glad I'm back. We can hear you. You're much prettier than Rosie. Well, thank you. Oh, you kids. What about the singularity, though? Ray Kurzweil says he's still sticking to his guns, 2029. And then he said on an interview that I watched with him that a bunch of AI scientists that had predicted kind of late 2030s have downgraded to 2030. So he's saying 2029, they're saying 2030. I don't know when it will actually, I don't think it's clear when we'll actually cross the milestone, but I think the next 2 years are going to be absolutely bonkers insane with innovations. And then the next 3 to 5 years are just going to be transformative like nothing we've ever seen. All right. Some of your comments on live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Are you guys being nasty out there? Knock it off. Knock it off. I'll put you in the corner. Frozen. Back now. All right. Wait. Oh, it just lost my place in questions again. God damn it. You son of a bitch. I'll come up there. I'll smack you in the head. I'll do it, too. I'll do it. All right, what about the singular? You can almost just check off the sci-fi movie features that like, oh, yeah, we can do that now. Oh, that's coming. Like the goggles Apple, released today that it shows a projection of your eyeballs in the thing so you can see someone's eyes where they're lost there. Crazy. All right. If you have questions about AI, pop them into the comments below. Feel free to share my live if you think this would be valuable to someone, or if they want to see fat Alec Baldwin or pretty Rosie O'Donnell. Or wait, what was the other one? Philip Seymour Hoffman. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're welcome. Can I give AI a picture of a whiteboard? I think we talked about that one. You're good. This is interesting. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Do you know a good upscaler from low to high res? Yeah, there's what the fuck's it called? I've got it installed here. I forget the name of it. Res, it's not res. Upscaler, it's not upscaler. I don't know. I'll think of it. There's a bunch of them out there. The one that I have that's pretty good is $99. It's pretty expensive, so I haven't paid for it. So it does a really good job. But you can also, so if you're geeky, you can do upscaling in Stable Diffusion. So I go under Reddit, Reddit in the Stable Diffusion subreddit, and find kind of the latest install of Automatic 1111. It's a pain in the ass to install, but I'm pretty sure that the developer community have made like single click installs for Automatic 1111. But you might need to get Google Colab. If you want to geek out a little bit, go get Stable Diffusion, and you can do your own upresing, and you've got all the controls. It's pretty powerful stuff. You're not the product, you're the money. Yeah, exactly. All right. Gen Xers are smartasses. Yes, we are. Bitter? You betcha. Wow, that's impressive. What? My hairline? My toupee? My hair looks like a toupee got in a fight with a raccoon. All right. I shudder to think how many pitch decks are being created with AI tools right now. Yeah, well, you're going to shudder to see how many are when Microsoft and Google both roll them into their Office suites. Because like one of the demos for Microsoft Copilot for the Office, for Office 365 is write a presentation based on this quarterly report, and it just starts building a PowerPoint presentation. So, and there was I showed this earlier. If you were here, sorry about this. I'll show it again though. I've got a newsletter called Everyday AI, and we have a Twitter channel. And on the Twitter channel lately, I've been sorry, hold on. On the Twitter channel, I've been putting up threads of interesting articles or white papers that I find. And hang on. Why did I lose my, there we go.
Can I say something?
What?
The internet's gone out like 5 times. It keeps going out, so that had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. All right. I'll reset it.
It's fine now.
Okay.
5 minutes.
All right. Xfinity continues to delight us. Okay, so at Everyday AI, there's the thread that I put up today is about this article from Ethan Mollick that talks about the button, and what he's basically talking about here is when Microsoft rolls generative AI into Office 365, and when Google does it as well, everyone at work is going to be faced with the choice of, do I press the button? And the button is the help me write button, right? Which right now it'll sort of finish a sentence for you, but now you're getting full GPT-4 or Bard capabilities right within Microsoft Word or right within Google Docs. And so like even people that are like, well, I don't really want to use, AI to do I'm not going to let it write. Well, if it can write you a draft that's 80% of what you need, and then you can just finish the rest of the 20%, like why take that time? Like why not push the button? But it's going to completely fuck with our sense of definition of work and definition of value of work and all that sort of stuff. So we are entering some crazy times. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. Why is it that modern singers like chew on words like they got taffy in their mouth? What's with that? Mom Company. Thank you. You're welcome. Frozen again. Oh no. Stable diffusion. I may need to go restart my router and come back to this because tap the screen if you can hear me. Am I still frozen? Because if I am, I'm just gonna bolt on out of here and restart my router. Does Midjourney get text right now? No, it doesn't, but okay, good, thank you. What did I see that's gonna do it? Oh, there's this new check. This thing called Style Drop. And this is fucking insane. Where is it? Oh, we're waiting for it to load. Oh, my internet is trash right now. Holy crap. You probably can't even hear me. Why S250? I'll explain that in a second. So what Style Drop does is it takes a single image and learns like the color palette, the style, the background. So on screen right now, what just happened? What did I do? Oh, I see what I did. Hold, please. Style Drop. Okay. So this little image to the left, the little flowers here, are the source image, and then all these other images are from prompts, right? So a banana in that style, a Christmas tree, an F1 race car, a moose, a hat. And so I'll just flip through some of the, there's Starry, Starry Night as the source image, and look at all the, look at all the different things that follow it. There's Starry, Starry Night without blue in it. Oh man, my internet is trash. This is bad. Yeah, this is really bad. Tap the screen if you can hear me. Can you still hear me? Anyway, check out StyleDrop. It's styledrop.github.io if you want to go check that out. All right, I'm still going. Okay, so someone asked, what was the minus 250? Okay, so let me show you in when you're in Midjourney. Let me go to settings. If I go /settings, is it settings? I think it's settings. Oh, it's really slow because my internet's really slow. /settings. Okay. Okay. So with Midjourney, you have all these different settings. You've got Midjourney version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.1, Niji version 4, Niji version 5. So those are all different models. Then you've got style low, style medium, style high, style very high. And then you've got public, fast, remix. And then these little dashes, you can either type /settings and just click on these. So it will automatically default here to minus V, which means version 5. So I have 5 selected in green. So it'll automatically add that. And then I have style high. So that 250 is the style number. And if I put style low, then it drops it to 50. If I put medium, it's nothing. I guess it defaults to 100. If I do high, it's 250. If I do very high, it's 750. And then there's other things that you can put in there. So I can do /imagine. Let's see, photo of a sailor in the rain in Times Square in the 1940s, and then I can go --AR, which stands for aspect ratio, and I can type in 16:9 for a 16:9 aspect ratio. And then I hit that, and I think it will add in the style 250, and it'll add in version 5. I probably should have done /version 5.1 because it's better at photos. But anyway, it's sending the command, so now we wait. Oh, anyway, the thing that I was talking about, yes, the question about does Midjourney do text right now? It does not, but that StyleDrop thing does do text right. And then Adobe Firefly has a AI text generator where you can pick a font and you can say like, fuzzy dice, and it will make fuzzy dice fonts. So you can do that. It's bad. All right, listen, I got to go. The internet is horrible and breaking, and I got to go reset it. So I'll be back. Come back.